Chelsea Football Club looks set to make their first official sale of the January transfer window, and it looks like Ian Maatsen's going to Dortmund. Looks like you're changing London for Dortmund. Should be a nice change, right? We don't know. We've got Mauricio Pochettino basically doing his best begging impression, right? Every single time apparently he's in calls with Paul Winstanley or he's meeting up with him, we got to keep Conor Gallagher. We got to keep Conor Gallagher. I'm going to explain to you why I think sporting directors don't want to keep him, why I think the contract that's going to be offered to Conor Gallagher is going to be a lowball, and more importantly, Conor Gallagher is apparently going to refuse leaving the club, and why that will be a mistake, Conor, because it's going to impact your pocket, and more importantly, it's going to impact your equity that you currently hold. So let's get into this. No agenda. I'm not even going to comment what I value of the player or not. I'm just going to explain the situation and then explain the financials and the logical decision making behind it. So before we get started, I need 1,000 likes on this video. I need you lot to hit that button now because you'll forget. And finally, we are 47 away from 32,000 people subscribed. So if we can do it in this video, it'll be greatly appreciated. Now let's get started. So before we get started, I think it's important to see what Nazir Kinsella has said today. Nazir Kinsella has said that Chelsea are going to be focusing mainly on outgoings rather than incomings. But the reality is, Chelsea are in a position where they need to sell, and what they want to add is more important in regards to quality rather than quantity. We've done the approach where we signed 22 players or 34 players like in a span of 3 transfer windows, and it wasn't successful. So straight out the back, it looks like Ian Maatsen's the first one to go. We knew Ian Maatsen was going to leave Chelsea Football Club after Chelsea accepted £35 million from Burnley for it. Burnley bid £28 million plus 7 in add-ons to buy him. The player said he didn't believe that it was the right project. He wanted to stay at Chelsea and prove himself. I respected it at the time. I genuinely believed that Mauricio Pochettino was going to continue in the footsteps that he was going in pre-season and give this man a genuine opportunity. Mauricio didn't do that. Mauricio's been playing him right wing, left wing, number 10, anywhere but left back. Like literally, he just said, big man, I'm not giving you a genuine opportunity. Now it looks like Nazir Kinsella saying, and more importantly, Sky Germany and other journalists in Germany, that Dortmund and Chelsea are in advanced talks. These advanced talks are serious. These advanced talks are going to get this deal done. Dortmund want a loan, but Chelsea want a loan with an obligation. Chelsea aren't going to let him go without an obligation because Chelsea aren't stupid. They have seen with Hakim Ziyech potentially coming back, with Romelu Lukaku coming back. Just because you loan him out don't mean that problem disappears. And in this case, Chelsea need guaranteed money coming back in the same way as it has with Lewis Hall, right? Lewis Hall's gone out. Lewis Hall's going to have his fee either activated or not. If he comes back, we've still got a young asset on our hands. If he doesn't come back, we're getting £40 million for him. And it's the same with Ian Maatsen. Pure profit on the books. Happy days. The board's jumping up and down. Victor Osimhen in the summer, potentially. At this moment in time, Chelsea want £26 million. And they could be pushing for 30. So that's going to be the interesting part. Dortmund are going to try to keep that fee as low as possible. We know how Dortmund operate. But this is literally a Rafael Guerreiro signing for them. He is the replacement for Rafael Guerreiro. He will be on that left wing back position or left back, bombing forward for them and causing all sorts of havoc. And we will live to regret that we never gave him an opportunity. But it is what it is. Now on to Conor Gallagher. And this is one that is going to run. Like, if you lot are sick and tired of the words Moises Caicedo last summer, you're going to be sick and tired of the words Conor Gallagher, because we are going to talk about him a lot in the next 29 days. The reality is Conor Gallagher has got 18 months left on his deal, and Conor Gallagher believes he's in a powerful position. Mauricio Pochettino, in his meeting, according to Fabrizio Romano, is consistently reiterating, we have to keep Conor Gallagher. We have to keep Conor Gallagher. Conor is my friend. Conor is the best midfielder I have. Conor has to stay at Chelsea Football Club. And this is coming from Fabrizio Romano. The owners, when I say owners, I mean sporting directors at this moment in time, are very, very hesitant to give him a new deal. They have a certain valuation for the individual, and they are going to make sure that it's either met or he is not staying at Chelsea Football Club. And it's simple as that. So what we need to talk about is, number one, why Conor Gallagher can't turn down the move if it's accepted. Because what the notion is, well, why doesn't Conor just say I'm not leaving and then hold out till the summer, 1 year left on his deal, and guess what? After that, Conor Gallagher can go wherever he wants and make a whole host of money. Well, the reality is, Conor can do that. But I really question the level of clubs that are going to come in for him if he does that, because he could have 18 months of not playing football. And a lot of people are going to say, Alex, well, he will play. Pochettino is going to play him. Did you see what they done with Mason Mount last year? People are going to say Mason Mount was injured. No, Frank Lampard came back, Mason Mount was fit. Mason Mount hardly played. And the reality is, Mason Mount was basically isolated from the team. And then Mason Mount decided to get the surgery or the procedure that he had at the end of last year. The reality is Chelsea will isolate the player and say, look, we're going to force you out the same way we did with Mason Mount. You will be leaving the club. We do not want you at the club. We are not giving you a new contract. We will move you on. And Conor will have to accept it. If Conor thinks Pochettino is going to stick his neck out on the line to keep his job for Conor Gallagher, no chance. It won't happen. Mauricio Pochettino is not Jose Mourinho. He's not Pep Guardiola. He's not Jurgen Klopp. He's not Carlo Ancelotti. My man doesn't have the clout to have the ability to tell these sporting directors, we're doing things my way. You might be angry at that. You might disagree with Pochettino. You might disagree with the sporting directors. That's the reality. But the real reason why Poch is upset and Gallagher is upset is because the hierarchy in the squad has limited what Gallagher can earn. And this is the reality. Chelsea have signed 2 starters, Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez makes 180k a week. Caicedo makes 150k. After that, we've got 2 rotation people. And if you want to be realistic and look at it in big picture, Romeo Lavia makes 45k a week. Ogachokwu makes 45k a week. Santos makes 10k a week. Casadei makes 10k a week. And you've got Carney Chukwuemeka who makes 100k a week. And people are going to say, well, why don't you give Gallagher 100k? You can't give Gallagher 100k. Because the reason Carney's on 100k is because Win Stanley and Lawrence Stewart were not in power when that contract was handed out. That was Todd Bowley and Igbali running the ship by themselves. They were handing out contracts that were out of control. They were giving Koulibaly 350k. They were giving players like Fofana 180k 7-year deals with his injury record. They were giving players like Carney Chukwuemeka 100k a week deals. So do you understand the complications that were occurring at Chelsea? These lot came in and fixed it. Now, Gallagher's the victim of this situation because Gallagher now, he most probably will want 120k. And I don't blame him. Why would you not want it? He starts every game. He feels an important member of the team. Yes, the team's tense, but no one cares. At this moment in time, he's going to ask for Caicedo, Enzo money. The board think, nah, G, you're not getting that. Under no circumstances are you getting that. So this is where the predicament has arose. And Gallagher's not going to expect to get a 70k deal and be happy with it. He's on 50 at the moment. I think he deserves a little bit more money than that. And the reality is if he goes to the market, he will. Chelsea will look to sell him for around 50 to 60 million pounds. These like scaremongering tactics that we're going to sell him for around 40, it's purely that. Scaremongering at its finest. So guys, don't panic. Stay tuned with the Kavkas View. We'll keep you guys up to date. We're going to be up to date with anything that happens. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day.